I have just got done watching a movie called The Black Demon. Now, I seen previews of this about a month ago, and I thought it looked good when I seen the previews. And now this Black Demon just got released yesterday. The craziest thing is I ordered it on my Fandango account, which is called Badu, and a guy at work was like, "Hey, I seen something." This guy I tell you guys about named Ryan. He always said, "Hey, did you see the?" He said, I know a movie that you might want to see." And he said, "Black Demon." I said, "Yeah, man, I already seen previews of that." I said, "Man, it looks pretty good." So he said that it was. He told me it was going to be out on this date, but it didn't come out until last night. Matter of fact, I bought it, and when I bought it, I pre-ordered it, and it said you have 7 hours. You have 7 hours until it's ready to play. So I just now started. I just now watched it. Now you ever watch it? Once in a while, you guys get a trailer, and you see the trailer, and you be like, "This really looks like it's my type of movie." Now, I'll be honest with you. This is sitting at its Rotten Tomatoes is like. I'm gonna step out of the camera. The Rotten Tomatoes for this is 9%. It's 9%, and I just give it 4 stars. But I think a lot of times you can't pay attention. I mean, I you can, but then you can't. But a lot of times that Rotten Tomatoes don't mean nothing because it's sitting at a 9%. That means a lot of people didn't like it. But I noticed that when people been watching this, they've been giving it 4 stars. So at the end of the movie, I give it 4 stars. All I'm telling you is you should put this on your radar. Seriously, you should put it on your radar because this just came out yesterday, and I bought it, and it was only like I think it was like $14.99, but it just got released yesterday, and it's called The Black Demon, and it's an hour and 1 minute, and it's an action horror, and it's an independent. But I'm telling you, you guys should put this on your radar. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this movie at all. Uh, it's just I'll read the plot synopsis and we go from there. It's a family vacation turns into a nightmare when they encounter a fiercest megalodon. Now you guys know megalodons is the biggest sharks that ever lived, and they're bigger than a great white. And it's a megalodon shark that will stop at nothing to protect its territory, stranded and under constant attack. Paul is the name of the guy. He's a family man. His family must somehow find a way to get his family to shore alive before it strikes again in this epic battle between human humans and nature. Excuse me. Now, what this basically is all about is this guy. His oil company sent him out here to inspect this oil rig. But when the movie opens up, before we get introduced to him, there's this guy that goes down to do something, and he puts a bomb on this oil rig. Y'all know what oil rigs look like. Well, in the meantime, he got attacked by a shark and got eaten. Well, the guy that was helping him, he got eaten by a shark too. So then it flips to this guy going to Mexico, and he has to go out there, and the company sent him out there to do a final inspection, see if they got to shut it down. But what the company didn't tell him is they had a bomb rigged on that thing. So he has a wife. This wife's Hispanic, and they got 2 kids. So she can speak fluent Hispanic. You know, she can speak fluent. You know, Spanish, I guess. And then he knows a little because he's a white guy. And then the 2 kids was born in America, so they know a little, but not much, but they know a little. So, so anyway, I hate when I get in front of this camera, my throat does this, but sorry about that. So what happens is he decides to leave them back, and he goes on there. But you can tell when they opened up the movie that there was something wrong with this whole situation. Well, according to the Mexican they got Mexican got their own type of belief. They got this shark they called the Black Demon, and This black demon is supposed to be like he's supposed to protect. He only comes out and you got to sacrifice somebody in order for him to stop killing and all this kind of stuff. But as the movie unfolds, she gets attacked by this guy because he left behind. So then she pays another guy to go take her to the rig where he already was going. But before she gets there, he got there and he only found there was two other guys there. And this shark would make you see things because that's why it's called the Black Demon. I'm not gonna really get too much into it, but as the movie unfolds, his wife ends up going there, and so her husband, which is played by Josh Lucas, which his name is Paul, he sees her coming, but then he realized there was a big, gigantic megalodon in there, and so he's like, "What the heck is she doing there?" And then, but she got attacked by these guys that was in this. He left her in this little place where you eat at. So this guy tried to make a pass at her. She hit him in the head with a bottle. Anyway, she ends up getting there. The guy that dropped him off, he tried to leave because he seen this big giant black shark. The black shark ate him, and then that's when they all knew that they were in trouble. But anyway, as the movie unfolds, you find out that her husband had signed off on a lot of stuff where he should have stepped up to the plate and he should have said he was causing, by him signing off on stuff, he caused a lot of fires, pollution. Some of the places in Mexico was polluted real bad and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, you have to watch the movie to get a gist of it. But then as the movie unfolds, they're trying to figure out how to get out there. But the guy the last guy that was left said that he was telling them about this Mexican, this Hispanic, their belief was, somebody has to be sacrificed in order for this thing to be stopped. But as the movie unfolds, you find out that her husband was behind all this polluted stuff, and she finds out that he signed off on it because she found the papers. But anyway, at the end of this movie, there's a twist because I'm sitting there going, so I'm listening to the Hispanic guy telling him about, you waked up the gods and we cut down all the trees and we polluted everything. We was killing all the animals and everything. He was making a lot of sense because he was saying that, we're doing all this damage to the earth. He goes, I just think it's God's way of punishing us back. Because you see a lot of that stuff today, we're just tearing up stuff. But anyway, I said, he's making a lot of sense. But when he kept talking, I said, well, then, if that's the truth, then if this black demon is this megalodon shark that's supposed to be extinct, because his little boy said megalodons are extinct. Well, a Hispanic guy that was left on there, because in this Hispanic country, which is Mexico, and he was like, well, you can believe what you want to believe, but that's a megalodon down there. And sure enough, it was a megalodon. The only thing that exists now is great whites. If there's a megalodon around there, he is staying outside. He's kind of like Bigfoot. But anyway, this is a very good movie. And I highly recommend you guys to check this out. I'm telling you, if you don't like this movie, I'll be surprised. It's a shark movie, but it's got a lot of stuff in it that I didn't find myself bored. I didn't find myself looking around, yawning. I didn't find myself restless. I didn't find anything. And it's mostly Hispanic. I think it's mostly an Hispanic film. But, you got an American actor in there, and I think it was made by, I think it was produced by, I think it was produced by a Hispanic producer because I looked at the credits and everything was in, Hispanic, letters, so I think it was made by, and it was very educational to me just listening to, how they think and some of the ways they think over there, their culture. There you go, their culture. But anyway, I think this is a great movie. Like I said, this movie just got released last night. And that's how much I wanted to watch this movie. So anyway, I didn't want to go over 9 minutes, but I'm way over 9 minutes. But anyway, my throat was getting dry, and I hate when I do that in front of the camera, but I'm not going to redo this. Anyway, it's called The Black Demon, and it's an hour and 1 minute long. It's action horror, and it's an independent film, and Paramount Pictures, and I think it's, I think it's basically mostly Hispanics are behind this film, but that's what I like about it because I just thought it was pretty cool. It was very educational, and I think that you would like the movie if you would just stay with it. So anyway, that's all I have. God bless, take care, and we'll catch you next video. We'll see you.